First of all, there's good things about sharing your birthday with Mother's Day. The bad thing is sharing your birthday with Mother's Day. The good thing is your mother has to call you first. So I got the call from my mom first. And I'm not. My story doesn't have too much to do with my mother, mainly because she's not here to defend herself. Nothing bad. It's just past her bedtime. So I'm going to read from my story. That's going to be the next issue of Two with Water. It does have a mother in it. It's the ultimate mother. The title of the story is Moose and the Virgin Mary. Moose had peed on every tree we'd passed so far on our late night walk, which was good. Hopefully he'd be done and had nothing left in the tank. There were only 3 more houses left before we were back at ours, but it was always Gladys Johnson's house on the corner that was the problem. Well, not the house exactly, but the statue of the Virgin Mary that Gladys had on the side of the house next to the sidewalk. The statue called out to Moose every time we walked past it, and he responded by peeing on it. On our morning walks, I took us around the block the other way, crossed the street once we got to Gladys's house, then crossed back just to avoid the statue. It's not that I'm religious, but this is an Irish Catholic neighborhood full of O'Malley's and Marys and Patricks, and no good could come from Moose's indiscriminate bladder. At the same time, he was a dog, and a dog, especially a male dog, will pee on anything sticking out of the ground. If there were a jade statue of Buddha, Moose would piss the screen right out of Buddha's bulging belly, then move on to the next thing he could find. Now, Moose and I stood in the corner by Gladys's house. It was cold, rainy, and late, and all I wanted to do was get back into the house so I could watch the end of Battlestar Galactica and go to bed. There was no way of crossing the street just to go around the statue. I tugged on his blue leash and pulled him away, but Moose pulled me closer to it. No matter how hard I tugged against him, he was headed directly for it. My only 2 options were to let him drag me there or just let him run on his own and do his own business. Since he was a 95-pound beast of a boxer, I chose the latter. Moose got up to the statue, sniffed the Virgin Mary in the face like he does every time, and lifted his leg and fired. I couldn't believe it. Anything left to pee out, but a short burst of the stream came out. Gladys's front door opened, and she tromped down the stairs with her cane, plunking on the concrete steps. She was undeterred by the rain, which seemed to pick up when she swung the door open. "Your dog just peed on the Virgin Mary!" she shouted. "How could you let him do that?" Gladys was wearing a yellow nightgown that looked 20 years old and was at least 2 sizes too big. It might have fit her when it was new and she still stood up straight. As she aged and became hunched, it sagged to the ground, making her look like she was footless and floating. "Sorry, Mrs. Johnson," I said. "He can't pee on the Virgin Mary. That's sacrilegious. That's a sin." "Fine, I'll take him to confession on Sunday," I muttered. "You need to clean that off, and I need scrub it, mister." She walked towards the statue, her left leg bearing most of the weight as she stepped forward and leaned on her cane. Moose sniffed at her cane for a second. I thought he was going to pee on that, too. "Take this home and clean it," she said, "and I want it back tomorrow." "You're serious?" I asked. I held out my hand to catch some falling raindrops. "As serious as sin," she said. "Did you steal that from Gladys's yard?" my wife Kate asked when I walked in the house with the statue. "Yes, honey. You know how much I love these things, so I stole it right out of her yard." "Of course not. She caught the dog peeing on it and she wants me to clean it." "I warned you to keep Moose away from her yard. That woman watches that statue more closely than she watches her grandchildren." I stuck the statue in the basement next to the wash basin. The smart thing would have been to wash it and return it right away, but I had better things to do, like watch Battlestar Galactica. There would be plenty of time tomorrow to wash it and return it to Gladys's yard.